I think the red line has. Oh, there you go. Hi.
Good morning. There we are.
never know
We're
for
live.
sure if we're live or not.
My daughter and I have owned and operated a busy quilt shop in Washington State for over 20 years. We have a retreat center, an active YouTube channel, and a large pattern line featuring our creations. My 2 sons work on machines. One daughter-in-law is our videographer, and the other is a long-arm quilter. We are a family that love each other, we laugh together, and every once in a while we get some work done. We have a crew that are saints for their efforts at keeping us on track. Thanks for joining us on our wild ride. We can't tell. I can't read anything. So,
Yeah.
but we do have the computer up. So if you guys are commenting,
We can see those.
as we look to the side, that's what we're looking at as we want to answer your questions and chit chat with you. It's really nice when we can do pre-recorded because we can add pictures and add little things for you and edit out when Brianna cusses. All of those.
Right.
Shoot.
Oh, yeah. All those bloopers.
No, what is it that you say all the time?
What is it all the time?
What do you say all the time? What's your expletive? Sweet Jesus.
Sweet.
That's what it is. Sweet
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes, or balls.
Or balls. Okay, now so
I
we
know.
can't edit that out. Dang it.
I'm embarrassed her already.
Not for children. Oh, your face is already red.
Why
Oh,
is it always tells me, Mama, you can't say that. Only Dad's allowed to
Mama.
make cuss words.
You
Mama,
can't say
you have
that.
to say shoot.
shoot.
Mom,
Mom.
that's
Yeah.
not your
Says
word.
when you're chastised by a 3-year-old. Yeah.
You can't say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's obviously why we like to, pre-record,
the
cut out
bloopers.
balls. And then, but we really like live because
We love seeing all the comments.
Yeah, we like to talk to people. Brianna, has
Yeah.
anybody said good morning? yet?
Yeah, there's a few of us. There's from Valerie from Katy, Texas, Tiffany from Tennessee, Lynn from Minnesota, South Illinois, and a home in Iowa.
Oh, that's fantastic. All of our Midwest people are up and moving.
Micah Holmes. Hi, girl.
Mike!
Hi.
Oh,
We're so glad to see you.
Mike's our best friend, and he lives so far away.
He does. California,
California.
Nevada, Portland. Yeah,
Oh, good.
they're coming up. Wyoming.
So
yeah.
notice when we see Natalia.
Okay,
Oh.
I'll watch for her.
So our friend Natalia Zimmerman, she is an OBGYN from Africa. She and I were chatting back and forth months ago over the mask thing, and she's just delightful. And I love it every time we see that she's watching.
It's fun.
Squeal a little inside. She sent us a present. So what we're doing today is we're doing our 21 most favorite things because we're celebrating our 21st shop anniversary all week. And one of our most favorite things, truly, and this sounds really cheesy, but I don't mean it to be cheesy. Our favorite thing is you guys. It really is. This was what started this whole thing was, how can we talk to people that we aren't able to see during COVID? And so that was what kind of started all of the Facebook chatting and all of those things. And we love it, love it, love it when we get Facebook messages and emails and text phone calls. And we love all of those things. So it's really nice. And we feel like we know you. We feel like we recognize your names. And so anyway, we like that. But Natalia, oh my gosh. Now we call this mud cloth, but I feel like she had a different, maybe she called it a wax print. It's from Africa. And if you
really
feel
pretty.
it's sort of like, it's like their batik. And so it has a real heavy, heavy feel to it. But then when you wash it, it gets super soft, but it's beautiful. The color.
It is really
This
cool.
is a 6-yard piece. This is a 6-yard piece. And then there's another one that's down here. That is a 6-yard. I know. Brianna's been gone on vacation. She didn't get to open. So
That one's really
anyway,
pretty.
and then the other thing that's funny that I need to mention about that is that months ago, Natalia has said, my WhatsApp is, or whatever. And then she said something and I thought, well, that's really sweet. I don't know what a WhatsApp is. And then now Deborah, our new shop manager, was talking about WhatsApp. So what WhatsApp is it's so that international people can call us.
Oh.
Is it call or message? Deb is sitting back here. They can do both, call or message. So Deb.
So if I was in Ireland, because I need to go traveling again, I could download the WhatsApp,
which is free.
And then if Deb has the WhatsApp, I could call her.
Yes.
And it doesn't does it cost me anything?
It costs nothing. Because it's all wireless. It's not a phone thing.
So if I have Wi-Fi and she has Wi-Fi.
People from Africa can call us. Natalia, I want to hear your voice. Yes, so they can call us. English. So when somebody
what does it look like? Did one of you guys have it on your phone that we can
It's on our phone.
The app looks like? Because I feel like when you
Deb, we
Google
have you come
WhatsApp,
around here, but I think there's too many
okay,
mics and things. But let's flash the phone. So yeah, so the WhatsApp. So if you download it, and is it a handle?
Our handle.
Handle.
Yes. Look at you.
Handle.
You learned so much while I was gone.
I had to. It was tech under fire. So is Fabric Patch, right? All lowercase, no space?
Patch, well, it's Fabric Patch, and I don't think it matters lowercase or not. All one word.
All one word,
okay.
Fabric Patch. And that's what we are.
Oh, yeah. Valerie said she uses the WhatsApp to keep in touch. She has family in Brazil.
That's just what,
Family
that's
in
just what
Brazil.
it looks like when you're chatting on it.
What does the app
What
look
does the
like?
app when you're going to go to your app store and find it? What does that look like?
I'll bet it's going to ring up the first one because I'll bet everybody uses WhatsApp.
It looks like that green thing right there.
That green thing.
That green thing. Okay, can you see it? The green. Ooh,
right here.
Oh, it's fuzzy. Sorry, guys. Let's see if I can. It's a green phone. Can you fix that?
Brittany's going, what are you doing with our focus?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. So the green phone in the little call, that guy right there. That's what you're looking for. So when you're on your Google Play or whatever looking for an app, just click that one and that's pretty nifty.
And I think that's really cool
that.
because if you have, look at the people in the service,
And I feel so bad when people from Canada call us about something. It's like, oh my gosh, I know how much that costs you to call us. We don't have a call card or whatever.
So our Canadian friends, we get a lot of Canadian orders. And that's the other thing that's really easy. They can call us on WhatsApp and say, hey, I want to place an order, but what's shipping going to be? Because we know that that's a lot of the issues is the international shipping. And we can call and make it right and do whatever. So
cool.
Ooh, things are going wild over there. Who else is saying good morning? Sunnyside.
And then Rosemary from Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland.
That's cool.
I love that.
Lots of happy anniversaries.
Oh, that's good.
We have a friend from Canada.
That's good.
And she also has family that she uses the WhatsApp for.
Oh, good. I'm excited about that. I'm super excited.
Awesome.
See what a difference Deb makes.
I know. Honestly,
Deb's making my life so much better. Deb missed you because I was harassing her the entire time you guys were gone. So Deb, I think she had vodka in her coffee every morning.
Ooh,
but that's what's necessary.
When
I can say, what do you think's in this right now? Yeah.
It looks like water.
I know, right? And speaking of that, this is it's just fun to do presents, So Amanda, this was a funny story. So back after we did the Facebook, and not the Facebook, the mask video for children, there was a teacher who had called and we were yakking on the phone. And she's a teacher and she was going to make masks for everybody in her class. And anyway, it turns out that she was raised in Quincy, which is, I live in Quincy. Our shop is in Ephrata, but Quincy is 17 miles from here. And the Quincy are the jackrabbits. So we had this long talk about who her grandma was, and I know her grandma, and I know all these people. And so we yacked for a little bit, and then I sent her a bunch of fabric, and I couldn't help but throw in some jackrabbit fabric. Yeah. And so I sent her this little thing, and we've sent her a couple things, but just a pleasant young teacher and just, concerned about her kids. Well, anyway, so she sent us some presents. So she made, look at her little cricket, I'm sure does this. So she sent this beautiful little, she sent a cup for Brianna and I with our names on it so that I don't get Brianna's corona or whatever goes on with you're cold. And then she also sent, at these. Oh, sorry. We got a whole bunch of stuff on our table. Look at, and now we have minky guts on it. But can you see that? Yeah.
So, and all my fuzzies for my pre-cuts.
Oh, the pre-cut fuzzies. Fantastic bag. So she did all of this one for me and one for Brianna. And then for the kids, these are adorable. They're little backpacks.
They say adventure awaits.
Yeah, and all of these colors. Isn't
They're
that
all
sweet?
different, so everyone knows their color.
Yeah.
Adorable.
So nice. So nice. So anyway, Amanda, my fellow jackrabbit. Oh, and that was the other thing I was going to show is that
Oh yeah,
in my bag?
she put a little jackrabbit.
I know. Isn't that sweet?
That's very cool.
It's just sweet. And it's always this funny little thing. People who are from Quincy, you know,
Yeah.
I'm chastising myself, but it's the funniest thing is that the high school, we're the jackrabbits.
Right, and you guys
And
aren't
so you would
all,
think,
like
no,
baby
and you would
jackrabbits.
think that, yeah, you would think that the junior high sports team would be, I mean, nobody wants to be a bunny, but you could still be a jackrabbit, but
Mhm.
no.
or junior jacks or
Junior jacks.
Mhm.
No. The junior high are hawks. Hawks eat
Interesting.
jackrabbits. We always thought that was the weirdest thing, but you know, the powers that be. I don't know why the junior high are the hawks and the high school are the jackrabbits. So anybody who is a fellow jackrabbit, we always have that conversation like,
Why?
yeah.
And you afraid
Yeah.
we're all tigers.
Everyone's a
different
tiger. Baby
stages.
tigers,
Big tigers.
big tigers, scary tigers. That's
Yeah.
right. And that's how it should be. But anyway. All right. So let's see. We have a ton of stuff to show you, but we want one other little quick reminder. And that is that Friday, 10
Yes.
a.m. Pacific time, live on YouTube.
Just like today.
We are doing our auction 21 for Tanner.
Mhm.
Tanner Williams, you guys have been hearing this a little bit. He's a local boy that is a quadriplegic from an accident. We just want to raise some money for him. So we have more than 20. We'll have to figure out today how to bundle some things, but we're going to do a live auction. It's going to go pretty quick, just like when we did it for Billy. And so it'll be 3-4 minutes. Highest bid takes it. We're going to have some phone numbers for you or some WhatsApp. And we'll figure it all out. And we've been getting other donations. This is a quilt.
so
It
cute.
is beautiful. I feel
So
like
I'll
I want
send
to
a
buy
little
this. Like
bit.
I need another quilt, right? But this is from Jill Hammond, a local gal. Look at how beautiful that is. There's some Tula in here. There's some Kaif.
And it's probably
here.
40-ish by 50.
54. It's just a
Yeah.
really nice
Small little throw.
bright
cute, though.
quilt. Really nicely quilted.
Yeah. Very cool.
Just beautiful.
Very bright.
Yeah, in the back. So anyway, lots of things that we'll have: quilts, table runners, some wool things, some big baskets of
Mhm.
fabric. So lots of stuff. And so that is YouTube Live, 10 a.m. Friday. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's get into any questions yet, or are we good? Good to go?
Oh, Karen, you found us. Hi. Good morning. Karen
Pinzia.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
She said,
oh,
"Oh,
yeah.
I found you guys."
Oh, good. A
Good.
hardcore
I'm glad.
Facebooker who had to come to. And you know, Facebook, it's kind of weird. We keep trying to figure out how to do both. And at some point, we might try to do live streaming on, or what do they call that? Simulcasting? I learned
Look
a
at
word.
you.
I know.
She's been YouTubing.
Simulcasting so that we can do YouTube Live and Facebook Live at the same time, because we do know we have some hardcore Facebookers. But one thing, and I think we've mentioned it before, but last time there was, I think, 148 comments, but they delete them. We could only find 12. So if there were some of you that were saying good morning and asking questions and we never got back to you, they
why.
delete them. So we don't know why they're doing that, but that's the other reason why, you know, YouTube is just a little bit easier and less policed or whatever is happening. But anyway, so that's why. So let's get into our 21 favorite things. Do you want to start with
Sure.
something off the table?
Let me pick something off. This one might be new for some people. This is a mister, I think is all it's
Mister.
called. Is a mister. Sometimes they have some really cute, like a cover on this, but if you have a cool cricket or one of those, you could
Amanda
easily
could personalize it.
Yeah. You could have one of your friends personalize it for you. And the really nice thing is you can take your best press, or if you just do water, but maybe you want to put a little essential oil in it to flavor it and make it smell really nice. The nice thing about it is it does just shoot a little mist out instead of like a big old squirt that you're used to with a spray bottle. So it lasts longer. And if sometimes you feel like, oh, I just need a little bit to make this a little bit crispier, sometimes you can't achieve that little bit from a regular squirt. So the mister is pretty cool. And then it also comes with a cool little funnel so that you can just screw that on real fast and you don't lose anybody.
Yeah.
It all makes it right in there. It screws on there for you. So you can just put it in there, take that off, put it in your box, and put your mister back on there. So
We see people at some
Pretty
of the
cool.
retreats that they have like 3 of them. They
Mhm.
have one that has
Just
water
water.
in it, one
Mhm.
that has water with some other stuff in it, and then one that has best press because they love them. And
Yeah.
it is true, it's a mist.
It's a mist.
And so it's very,
Mhm.
very nice.
If
Yeah.
you're going on vacation, you can just put water on this and you can, cool yourself off while you're on a walk or at the beach or whatever.
And you save money. Did you say that part? You save money because you don't use as much because
Yeah.
it's misting.
It's very much
So
a
yeah,
mist.
so that's one of our favorite things. Another thing, and this is kind of where maybe that WhatsApp or the phone,
Or
because
just
ours
texting.
or texting. And remember, our shop cell phone number is 509-770-0668. And so we love these. This is from a little company, Puffin and Company. And I know that I've talked about these in some of our different videos because I often will have mine on. But it's made by this company from Utah. And it's one of those companies where they employ other countries and other people that kind of make the other little bits. And so it's a very altruistic company, and you can read about them and how they make their stuff. But it has an earth magnet on the back of it. So it's super, super strong. And so what you do is when you put it on, it just looks like it's just a pretty pin. If you have a scarf and you want to keep a scarf, where it's supposed to go, I use it as jewelry. But what it's actually for, now these are like humongous
Those big
scissors,
scissors.
but I know, but these are a little big. But if you are long arming and you have your little snips or you have whatever, you put it up there and it will hold it. And even with something, a big heavy scissor or your pin, if you're doing some stitching or whatever, and then when you take it off, it stays on your shirt. It doesn't pop off. They have others that they've made that I've seen that are plastic, and when you pull too hard, the top comes off and the magnet falls somewhere. These do not. And I can tell you that I've had these on sweaters. It's made it all the way through the washer, all the way through the dryer, still attached to my sweater because it's a super strong magnet. Now, the reason that you need to know our WhatsApp and or our cell phone number is because I'm not entirely sure that these, if they are on the website, we have lots and lots of different styles and sizes. There's quilt blocks, there's bees, flowers, dragonflies, all kinds of different ones.
And we also have, if you do look up like a needle nanny or whatever online, I do have the minis. The minis are like the size of a penny.
Yeah.
They are meant to maybe like attach to your hoop while you're hand embroidering or cross stitching.
brought that.
They're right where you need to, so you can put your pin on that magnet instead of losing it into your couch or your favorite chair, because we've all,
and if you've watched some of our videos, you've seen that because anything that I've done with handwork, I have one of those on my little work, so you're not parking your work. But anyway, so needle nannies, and these are inexpensive. They're like $13 for the big ones, and I think they're like $9 for the little ones. So they're super, super nice. It just makes a really nice gift also. So that's on our list. All right, I'll let you grab one.
Okay. This is my favorite thing. The fabric folding pen by, is this Clover? It's it's a machine embroidery thing. This is how I use it. Some of you might find a way to use this in just regular quilting, but really what's really cool is I have a little thing here. I didn't
you had one open.
I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna open this just to show them what it looks like. You've got this super special mixture of something good. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what it is.
But you fill your pen with it. You have a little spot. You just put, and it's a little dropper. So you just put some drops in there. I tend not to put the whole thing in it because if your pen sits upside down in your bag or whatever, it will leak out. So I tend just to put a little bit in there and refill it over time. And then you have a little sponge that absorbs it, and then it comes out your little felt tip. And then what you do is you take your machine embroidery project and you go along your seam line right there, and you kind of get it kind of wet. And then whatever this magic pressing starch magic is, you then finger press it. And then if you put enough of it on your seam, you want to just to coat it just ever so slightly so that you have that little bit of a color change, like it looks like there's liquid on it. And then you press it down, and it's like you've pressed out your iron. It is beautiful. So if you're doing a lot of the in the hoop projects and there's a lot of moving pieces, it'll help you press each stage without having to go to the iron each time or plug in an extra little itty bitty iron. So it's a super cool little notion. You can buy them together, the pen and the solution, or you can just buy solution refills. But
I wonder if that would work for paper piecing.
oh, it probably would, because it's the same technique. And if you use the water soluble paper for your paper piecing, it might not be so good because your paper will dissolve. Probably just a little bit. I mean, you don't use that much of the solution, but it's definitely a liquid. But yeah, paper piecing for sure.
And I know we sell a lot of this, but we sell it to the machine embroidery people. They love it. I personally have never used it, but I don't do machine embroidery. I do hand embroidery.
But paper piecing for sure. It's the same application essentially.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Kind of cool stuff.
All right. Let's see. Let's do this one. So, and if you, lots and lots of different videos, I have showed this foot. Now, again, this is a faff or foff, depending upon where you're from. This is a faff foot, but I would think that other...
Yeah, it's a snap-on, so it might fit other ones.
Well, and don't you think that maybe Husqvarna, Bernina, they might have something like it? I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
Anyway, it's a wing foot, and I don't know if you guys can see what it does. Can you see it?
You can see it fine in the packaging too.
You can see it in the packaging. So what it does is it has lines on it, and they're equal lines, so that if you are stitching and you're doing some quilting, or you're doing chenille, or you're doing anything where you don't really want to do any marking, but you want to make sure that your stitches are even. I love it. I use that foot all the time. The other thing that's nice about it is because of the wings, it sort of holds everything in place a little bit. So I love it. I use it a lot. It's like a $22 foot. It's not an expensive foot, but, and I think we even...
a multi-line decorative foot is what I think it's called on our website. I did put it as, there's like a button that I can do alternative lookup, and I put wing foot. But if you're looking,
because I think that's what I call it all the time.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
All right.
Back to machine embroidery. Duck-billed scissors, we all have them. We all really like them. My favorite style of duck-billed scissors is ones with a point on them. So what makes them a duck-billed is this little curve guy right here. And it's kind of beveled. It's kind of chunkier here, than it slopes into the point of your sharpness of your scissors. But what you're supposed to do is when you're machine embroidering or trimming, I mean, whatever you're trimming, if you're trimming batting away to do some binding, you can do the same thing. You lay these flat, and these are just beveled up just enough that it's not going to cut the bottom layer, and you trim away. But I really like that this one comes to a point, so I can get really close into those edges that some of the blunted duck-billed scissors you can't get into. So I really like these. They also have an uprise, so they're more ergonomic, maybe is the right word.
That's a good word.
Is it? Yeah, I usually say it wrong. So they're not flat, so you don't have to figure out how to get your fingers in there. And they do have a left and a right, so that if you're left-handed, the duck-bill's on the other side. So it's really nice that if you are a lefty who's machining, quilting, or needing something, there are left and right-handed. And they're from Quilter Select. They've got Alex Anderson has got some things cooking, and she's made some really good choices. So
she's been quilting for so long. She's got a lot of
and there's again other duck-billed scissors. If you're machine embroidery and you don't have duck-billed scissors, buy yourself a pair. Whether they're the micro, the pointed, the regular ones, whatever you want. It's definitely will make it. It's
good to have those good tools, you know, the right tool for the job. And, you know, it's not like you have to buy them again and again and again, you know, buy the right tool, buy a good quality one, and you're set. You're good to go. And speaking of that, we have one other pair of scissors here. And again, you guys probably already have a lot of these. We talk about these all the time. So it's Havel's, and there's actually, you'll see on our website,
I think
there's 3 sizes. That's right. So they have a nice large opening so that if you have issues with, I have thumb arthritis, it'll fit your hand. But what's nice about it is it's titanium, and it's coated so that if you're cutting through fusible things that might get a little bit sticky, your blade will not get sticky. And the other thing is it has this tiny little serration on it, which you almost don't notice it, but when you're cutting, it kind of grips. It's those little teeth, so it'll grip what you're cutting so that you're not sliding around a little bit. I think that when we started using rotary cutters, our scissor skills went out the window a little bit. So this is helpful for that. And also like wool. I do a lot of wool work. and wool can get kind of slippery. And so if you're cutting with the right scissors, it'll help you to cut what you want. So these are super nice. They come in a couple different sizes.
All right, and next, the Seam Fix
Such a
tool
good
is what they
tool.
call it, but it's part stiletto and part seam ripper, which is super nice. For me, I sew a lot with the stiletto,
Mhm.
and it's and then having them both in the same tool is super efficient. It also has with your seam ripper cap, it's got the little rubber eraser. So when you're
Mhm.
cutting through those little stitches, you can then take your little eraser and it'll pull out all those little itty teeny tiny threads. So
Mhm.
instead of maybe finding a pair of tweezers and tweezing those little threads out, just use the eraser. The eraser will take it out super fast, super easy. Dust it onto the floor, vacuum it up later.
And the other thing that does, and I feel like I know this because I don't know that Brianna rips nearly as much as I do. But the other thing, I don't know that you know this, that little thing, it also takes away those holes. Did you know that?
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know the
When you're
holes.
rubbing that and you get all those little bits out,
Of course it does.
yeah, those holes are gone. So no one knows you ripped.
Mm.
It's pretty cool. I love that. Love, love, love that. It's
Yeah.
really cool. And they also make these little tiny ones. But
Yeah.
I think we stopped ordering those because
Yeah, they're itty bitty. They're probably
My
only
hands are
like
too-
2 inches,
yeah,
just a seam
you just
ripper.
need a good one.
Yeah, these are good little
Mhm.
combo.
Yeah.
One.
Those are super good. So the other thing we have on our list, we did have one
yeah.
recipe. So I'll bring my cast iron pan. I cook a lot with a cast iron pan. I do like it. Me and the Pioneer women. But I love cast iron. But we have this recipe, and gosh, 2 years ago, do you think
Yeah.
when we do that video? When we host a retreat, we cook for you. And there's a recipe that we do all the time, and it's skillet apple pie. And it's sinfully fast. It's 3 things. There's like nothing in it at all. And so every time after the retreat, it's like, well, will you tell me again how you make, will you make a little video? It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we'll show you. So we went out to the retreat center. We made this skillet apple pie. So if you search far enough back in the recesses of our YouTube
Yeah.
videos, you'll find it. Now, the bad thing was that, here's a tip. You have to preheat your oven. Your oven has to be 425 degrees when you put that skillet in there.
Mhm.
And we didn't. And so when we took that pie out, it didn't look as good and as crispy. I mean, it tasted really good. We ate it afterwards. But if you notice when I pulled it out that things look like they melted a little bit, it's because what you do is you start with your hot skillet, you melt your butter, you put your pie crust in there, put everything in there. It takes just like 2 minutes, and then you put it in the oven.
Mhm.
But our little tip is that we don't tell you this, we don't confess this on the video, but our oven was not hot when we put it in there.
And she was waiting for me.
I was waiting for her to get there.
So the whole Martha
Yeah.
Stewart thing worked kind of.
Yeah.
Except your assistant was late.
My assistant was late. Hardly ever happens.
All the time. All the time.
So anyways, skillet apple pie. And this is just that right kind of weather for it. Everybody has already
Yeah.
canned their apple pie filling.
Mhm.
Brianna hooks me up. I've already used it all.
Yeah,
but
good.
it's a really good recipe. So you'll want to make
Cool.
that. All right. What's next?
Let's get over there.
Want to do that one?
Oh, sure. Hugo's Amazing Tape. This is Mom's favorite thing. It's a tape that sticks to itself and only itself. So it's really nice. I know Dad has a roll of this in his toolbox.
Yes, I give it as an appropriate man gift. It's very good.
But if you've got embroidery thread, anything that you need to rewrap together,
a kit,
a kit. I use it for the leftovers of my
Screws,
jelly roll. That's
nails.
what I do. Yep.
You wrap it up and then see what happens.
It just sticks
we
to
should
itself.
put this
and
on
it's
your
really
fingers.
strong.
It sticks to itself. And so
Yeah.
it doesn't stick to anything else. So it doesn't put anything gummy on your thread or on your fabric or on
Mhm.
your kit or on your anything. And then you can, of course, just reuse it. It's not garbage.
And you
So
can
then use
just
it
a little
again.
bit of warm water, a little bit of soap. It'll take out any weird linty, whatever, that's all over it. But yeah, I rewrap my jelly rolls. If I only needed to take 20 out of
Mhm.
here, or I bought
And
2,
you want them all to stay together.
I roll them together and I wrap my little Hugo tape. And it comes in 3 sizes. It comes in 1/2 inch, which you have there.
Mhm.
Excuse me, 1 inch and 2 inch.
Yeah.
And I feel like 1 inch is pretty perfect.
Yeah.
I like the 1/2 inch, but again, I don't do the hand stuff. So I'm pretty much just wrapping my jelly rolls and
It's
weird things.
$10. It's $9.99. This is really good stocking stuffer, even for boys.
Yeah.
Men, they like it. They don't tell them that you got it at the quilt shop. They don't need to know. Tell them you went to Harbor Freight. They won't know.
Yeah.
But the other thing that's nice about it from a quilter standpoint is that, and this brings us into what our next thing is. If you don't have a Quilter Select ruler, if you have some other ruler, you can put this on there. It will stick to your ruler, and you can put a couple little grips on there, and it makes your ruler grippier. And so sometimes you want your ruler to be grippier on the underside down there, and sometimes you want it to fit your hand. So you can put this either place, and then again, just pull it off, and it comes
You
right
can
off.
also like stack some layers. So if you're having a hard time cutting that 1 3/8 over and over and over again, you can stack it on top of itself, because again, it's only going to stick to itself, and you can have that little like ledge, a little stopper on your ruler.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's good stuff. It's really good stuff. The person from our rep from E.E. Shank, Patty,
What are
said,
you doing?
why do you sell so much of this? Tell us how you use this. Like, are you kidding me? This stuff is fantastic. Everyone needs this. Yeah, it's great stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So, and then that brings us to the Quilter Select ruler. And again, if you don't use Quilter Select, and I'm not saying you should throw away your rulers and replace them all, use your amazing tape until the numbers wear off or something bad happens. And when it's time to replace a ruler, look up. And if your local quilt shop probably carries Quilter Select. If not, we can ship them. It takes a little bit of shenanigans to ship them. We've only had one so far that has broken, and we shipped out a new one. But check out your local quilt shop to see if they have them. But what's really nice about Quilter Select is that they have this funny coating on them, and it's not the funny little spots where there's coating. It's this stuff that's on it.
Yeah,
And
the
we
whole
show
thing.
people all the time that when you put this down on your fabric and you push, and if you've watched any of our videos, and I think especially in the row sampler series, I talked about this a lot, and I showed that it does not slide at all. And in fact, we warn people that if you only buy one and you go home,
We've
and
had a
you-
lot of people.
yeah, because if you're used to cutting and it doesn't slide, and then you pick up your other ruler and you go to cutting, all of a sudden that ruler is going to slide all over the place because you're used to not having to put as much pressure down. So anyway, it's a really, really good brand. They have a really special stuff that they put on here, and they come in all kinds of sizes, big, little, long, whatever you'd like. But again, you don't have to replace, but if you're in the market for a new ruler, you want a Quilter Select ruler. We should do this, and since that's also Quilter Select.
Oh,
And again, if they've watched a lot of video, listen to me yakking and interrupting you
I'll be
constantly.
your Vanna.
Vanna.
Robert, I should tell you. It's quite a little tidbit.
Don't let him watch. Why does he watch us?
I was
To
previewing-
chastise us.
I was previewing one before it was to air, just to see if there was anything that we needed to cut out or add in. Oh, we forgot to talk about this. And he's sitting across from the dining room table from me, and he finally got up and walked around. And I said, "Oh, are you finally gonna watch this?" And the first he's like, "Honey, I can like see your boobs." And I'm like, "I'm sorry. I just when I bend over, I can't always help it." And even
She
Brittany,
doesn't, she's fully
I don't know.
unaware. She's had those since she was like 6 years
Yeah.
old.
So I don't always
Yeah.
think about it. Like I've learned that there's some that I will not wear that again during Thursday, Friday, Fabric Friday or whatever. And then he goes back and sits back down and does whatever. And then he looks up. He's like, "Is your mom interrupting you again?" Yeah. And then he just starts giggling every time it happens, and it was pretty.
She
funny.
interrupts you a lot. Yes, she does.
And he's like, "And you don't even care." No.
It's just how we talk.
It was,
She interrupts
so the
me.
one thing.
Why
he
don't you have
watched-
dad count how many times you interrupt me?
Yeah. So yeah, the
No,
first
I
time he watched, he noticed, "Honey, cover yourself." And then and he's like, "Oh, your mom talked a lot."
And she always has something to say.
Yeah.
I do. I'm
But
sorry.
that's okay.
And I try. I have to say I am aware of it.
Yeah.
I do recognize that I'm interrupting. I just don't care.
I just I need to say it.
I have
You
something
need
to
to hear
say. Yeah, I'm your mother.
Yeah. Okay, Quilter Select rotary cutter. Also very good. Also one of Mom's favorite thing because of her arthritis in her thumb. It's quite heavy, actually. But the nice thing about it being so heavy is it does a lot of work for you. Instead of you having to push yourself if you have, maybe some injuries
Weak
in your arm.
arms.
Yeah. It does a lot of work for you. So you can just push it through. The other nice thing is there's just one button and you can tap it. Brittany, it's saying that my battery is low on my computer. I think it's just the computer part.
Alert, alert.
But you can
Alert.
tap it, expose your blade. You can then cut it, and then you can just hit it back on the other side, and it will close your blade back up. So it's a pretty easy to learn to close your blades. If you've ever been in a retreat setting or a classroom setting and nicked yourself on someone's rotary cutter, this one's really nice to help you learn to click it closed. So
The other thing too, I'm just going to show her because see, this is what I do is interrupt. But the other thing is the way that you change the blade. All you have to do is you pull this, and the whole thing pops off, and that is a
they can't
magnet.
see that.
Oh, and that's a magnet. And so it's easier to, you know, change something. You don't have all those weird little things that what goes next and what do I screw on next. And then you can just, all right.
Okay,
and we're
so-
back. Oh my gosh. And sound is good? Yeah, we don't know. You know, we're there. If you could see what we are looking at, there is the computer and there's a million cords going to the mic, to the camera, to the power. So we don't know what it is. We'll figure it out. But in the meantime, we just feel like we'll try to get this done for you guys.
we'll
So-
have everything charged next time
yeah,
we see you.
sorry, but we really love the idea of chatting back
Yeah.
and forth. So it's kind of a bummer. But
I know.
Happy anniversary to us.
I know.
I know. I bet it was Facebook. I bet they hacked in and cut our feed
Right.
because I was.
Don't go to YouTube. Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
We're gonna continue and
I did have a question. Someone asked if we had the handle for the Quilter Select rulers, and we do. We still have more of
yeah,
those
we do.
little suction handles that go to your Quilter Select ruler or whatever ruler you
Yeah.
have at home. We
Yeah.
do have those, and they're like $8 or something.
yeah.
So yeah.
All right. So next thing is a zircle. And if you watched any of our long arm videos, I use a zircle for everything because what a zircle is, it's a very heavy, high powered magnet. There's actually 2 magnets in there. So it kind of creates this negative thing and it comes in different colors. But what's really cool about it is that you drop it on there and you're not like any other magnet. You're not reaching into a sea of pins and getting poked. You can just grab it and it always comes with the end either standing straight up or coming out.
Very
so
cool.
it works really well. This is another one of those that you can give to your husband. I know this because my husband has stolen mine.
Yeah.
And he can put his other little nails and weird things on it. So they kind of like it.
Yeah.
But super heavy, $20.
Yeah, when they're
really cool.
disassembling something for you, they can put all their
Yeah.
screws and whatever washers there for you.
And Deb, let me tell you about this here. You tell them about this, and then we'll tell them that we have these.
The Handwork Pillow. Super cool. This is a $9 pattern. It makes a really cool lap pillows for those who are hand stitching or doing binding, who just
Yeah.
need a little bit of, oomph on their lap to be doing some stuff.
Yeah, so
You can put your arms on it. You have pockets in there to put your spool of thread, your scissors, your extra needles, whatever you need in there. Or as you're undoing your clips or whatever, you have those. I do have some made.
yes.
So-
And you've got what? 4, 1, 2, 3. She has 5.
I think I have 3
6.
of the large size and like 3 of the little size.
Where's the little one? Oh, here's the little one. The little one, I like the little one for travel because again, if you're somebody who likes handwork and you do stuff in the car, again, what it's good for is it's good for resting your hands so that while you're stitching, you have a steadier stitch. So they go together pretty quickly. This one was done with 10-inch squares. This one I think is 15-inch squares. The pattern is really good. The pattern is $9.
Yeah.
But Brianna made a bunch. And so they are not on the website. If you want one that is pre-made, by Brianna Motzkus for $15,
Yeah.
which is like, right? Is that what you're selling this for?
Yeah, I think they're
Crazy
either
good
size.
deal. There's even batting already in them. It's all done. All you have to do is stuff
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But anyway, if you want one of those, call and talk to Deborah. And because she'll know how many are left, and there's a large one, small one. She can text
Colors
you
for
pictures.
you.
Yeah, they're
While
all
you're
kind of
chit-chatting.
generic. Oh, the 18. The big one is $18.
Oh.
Yeah, and the small ones are, I think, 15. But yeah, the pattern alone is 9, and you don't have to
one's
deal with
really
the fabric.
pretty.
So
Then the bottom is just kind of a blending neutral that's is already quilted.
yeah.
So, yeah.
But these are fantastic. All of us, when we do some of our handwork classes, all of us bring our little pillows.
Yeah.
So it's just nice, and it's just nice because it holds your arms properly. So you'll want to call Deb 509-770-0668 on the cell phone, and or call our shop phone number
Or
and-
text, whatever's easier for you
Yeah,
at the moment.
and you'll see what's left.
Fusible batting tape. It's very nice. It is a super lightweight, fusible interfacing. And what's really nice, this is wrapped on there really good. But what it is, it's a little tape. So if you have all those scraps of batting that you've done after quilting quilts or whatever, you can just butt your edges of your batting together, put this little bit of fusible tape down the middle, fuse those bad boys together. I do it a lot with mine. I suggest that the people who are dropping quilts off for me do it. Because I know how much batting that you guys have left over because I've quilted for you before. So just butt those bad boys together, fuse it down with a piece of batting, and then all of that stuff you're saving, because it's a waste quite a bit, but you can just butt those together, create this puzzle of batting, and as long as it doesn't even have to be the same. If you've got a little bit of the soft and bright, a little bit of an 80-20, a little bit of 100% cotton, put it all together if you don't care. It's all pretty much going to watch this thing. I know, right? There's a whole lot of goodness.
I can't get it open. I was gonna get it open so I could show you, then I was put it in our little gift box, but I can't get it open. But all it is, it's just a little strip of fusible web. Is a fusible interfacing is all that it is. And it's funny because there's been times where I've run out of this. Is like, I got some fusible interfacing.
It's not the same.
I'm just going to go ahead and cut that up. Oh, no. Sweet Jesus, as Brianna would say. I'm not doing that.
I ain't got time for that.
Oh, no. First of all, fusible interfacing is a little bit thicker, and so you would feel it. And also, I don't have time for all of that cutting. This is $5, so super, super good deal. Everyone should have this.
Yeah, and it's it comes in a package, 2 rolls, 1 inch wide, 30 yards long. Yeah, $10. I think I also have a 2-inch wide in case you want something bigger, but 1 inch is more than enough. Because again, you're butting up those 2 pieces and just fusing it together super fast.
Yeah. So another thing that we have on our favorites list is layer cakes.
10-inch squares.
10-inch squares. And so, there's we do sell out of them quickly in collections, and the reason we sell out quickly is because everybody loves them. If you just have a quick quilt that you want to make really fast, all you need is 1 layer cake and a yard of fabric, and you can have a double size quilt done in like a couple hours. So it is really nice. It's nice that there's so much color in them, but they are something that we sell out of quickly.
And they are kind of a little spendy, but you're paying a little bit for convenience. It's already been cut, so if you're a new sewer that wants to do it, but maybe you don't want to invest in all of the nice the ruler, the rotary cutter, whatever, buy some pre-cut stuff. You're going to spend a little bit more, but
you're paying for time. You're paying about $2 a yard more than if you bought it and cut it yourself. So
and you're
what
getting
would it
more
be
out
worth?
of it.
Yeah,
you're getting one
no
piece
waste
out of each color instead of having to buy a third of a yard of every color in the collection. So
it's a good deal.
It's
no
good.
waste, no labor, cut perfectly, lots of color. No reason not to love. Basically, really, a layer cake, a jelly roll, or a charm pack, all for the same reason. So, and speaking of charm packs, but that's really about
really about the fabric. So this is Thatched. It's our favorite blender. So if you just need a little bit of color to go in with this beautiful collection you just bought, Thatched is beautiful. It's not solid. It's not very textured. It's very simple. So having a on-hand blender is something that's very important, I think, as a quilter. Knowing that you need some backgrounds, whether that's a light background or a dark background in stock in your stash sewing room, or a little bit of color. If you know, like in my house, I've always got some pink and some purple. Mom's always got some green and some brown. You always need just a little bit so that you can really, if you don't have to go back to the quilt store because you got that one piece, maybe you can pull from your blender pile. And Thatched from Moda is a really nice blender piece that would go with a very modern quilt or a very elegant quilt. So,
and we carry, that's the other thing too, is that people will ask a lot, oh, can you reorder that fabric? We can't. Typically what happens in a collection is we order the collection, they print it, we get it about 6 months later. The difference with that are what they call the staple fabrics. So solids, grunge, canvas, Thatched, all of these lines that they constantly reprint and we can constantly keep in stock. And so grunge I know is really popular, but grunge has that funny little dark splotch
It's a very
in it
modern
that not
basic,
everybody
I feel.
likes. And so this is kind of nice because Brianna's right. It'll go kind of with everything. So yeah, so thatched is nice because if you're starting a project and you have the aqua thatched, you know you can get more of it, and that's a good thing.
And then, fun fact, I ordered more basics before we left on vacation, and they're coming out with like 8 new colors. Erin will show that next time we come. I think it's coming out in like October, November.
Oh, that's good.
If I saw that right. But yeah,
I don't think I
new
knew
colors coming soon. Don't know when, but I saw it. So sometime it's coming.
Perfect. All right. Doesn't need much of a top.
Yeah, as always, Wonder Clips. Mom showed it a lot on her binding video, but it's instead of a pin, it's a nice little clip to keep everything together. It's very strong, and you can just take them away as you get to it. They also have longer ones now. They've had these for a while, I guess.
They have also stolen by your children and your spouse as potato chip clips.
Yes.
Not what they are.
So they're longer, so if you're doing some of the self-mitered binding, you need a little bit extra love on there. These are really nice because you got a little bit more of a grab on it. But Wonder Clips, always awesome.
And there's a little measuring trick with this that Brittany, when she was filming the binding tutorial, she learned something new. So anyway, check that out. There's a little measuring trick that people are not aware of. That there's a little mark
and a
on
pack
there.
of 10 for $6.95. We
cheap.
also have a thing of 50 that are. It's
way cheaper.
That's what I have.
Yeah.
Because after a while, you buy an extra one because they go missing.
Yeah.
Or the cat. My cat always used to play with them.
Yes,
Just
those and
force run off
bobbins.
with them?
Yes. I give him his own bobbin that he can run off with and act like he caught something. Yeah. Another one of our favorite things, how are we going to be able to open this up, is it's just one of our favorite patterns. And maybe
I'll
we should
hold
do
up
this
behind you.
last so you can pull back, or no, we're good.
That's right, I'll hold
Is
up behind you.
Stars and Stripes. So we did the Stars and Stripes video, I guess it was last week that we did it. And in the meantime, Carolyn took home 2 of the kits. Do you have to zoom out?
I think she can probably get enough of
2 of the kits, and we currently have this kit, I think 3 of them in stock. So this is the 12 Days of Christmas, and this is little Annie Downs from Australia. I love her artwork. It's just fantastic. And so this is 12 Days of Christmas, and so this is a... And I don't know, maybe we can add a full picture at the end since we're editing this in anyway. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And then we have 3 of these kits in stock also.
And the fabric might be a little different, but the picture on the website are of actual colors.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because you don't have the same red in it, do you? Yeah, a little bit different. But this is just these little snowy animals. And so we'll show you these kits. But it is a favorite...
Yeah,
it's
Stars
a
and Stripes.
Stars and Stripes. It's just a favorite pattern for featuring a focused fabric or a panel.
And it's
or
fast to make.
personalizing.
If you've just realized, oh my gosh, graduation is early, or whatever. It's a really fast weekend quilt. If you have to throw something together for somebody you're gonna go visit, and it's like, oh, I need to do something nice for somebody.
Yeah. And I think this is the last of our 20, I don't know, we sort of lost count. It might have been 24, it might have been 18. We don't even know. One of our favorite things is sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like to talk. Yeah.
And it's a shame that you can't always hear us.
Such a shame. So one of our other favorite things is the technique thing, and it's the piped binding. We love this. So we showed you this on the little binding tutorial, but the little piped binding, look at just how it just, a little tiny little bit of color. It just looks super special, and all it is a little folded piece. And so
it's pretty
super
great.
Simple, and instead of throwing an extra piece in there, it's just the way that you piece your binding. So it's one little added step, but it's worth it. It's worth that extra time. So we just wanted to feature that again. And so what we've done, and this is just, I just grabbed a couple of these things because I know you can't see them, but what we've done is we have some gifts. And so what we're going to do is starting tomorrow, right? Today is Wednesday. So our thing yesterday was our 21 favorite patterns. Today is our 21 favorite things. And then tomorrow and Friday and Saturday and Sunday is 21% off. Anything in the store. or anything online that is limited to current stock. So it would not include pre-orders, and it would not include something if we're out of it, no rain checks. So so 21% off. So if there is something here that you liked, start your little cart, but wait until tomorrow, because tomorrow morning we're going to share with you the code. We don't, it's not even turned on yet, but we're going to share that with you tomorrow morning. So start shopping, putting things in your cart, and then go back tomorrow and close that cart out.
Yes.
And, or, you know, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. But here's the other thing. It is limited to stock on hand, so don't wait. And you can use it as many times as you want. Order something Thursday, order something Friday. And that's the other thing, too, is if you have multiple orders, I believe that we'll know that, because we kind of know. But if not, put a little comment in the notes and say, hey, can you add this to the other one? And then we will either refund your shipping, or if you put pick up in store, just make sure we know what's going on. If not, Deb's really good about calling and double checking. But
because what will happen if you know that you're going to make more orders? So if today you go ahead and you order, or tomorrow morning you go ahead and order some of these things and get your discount on them, go ahead and run it all the way through, pay for shipping, and then put a little note that says, hey, I'm going to do some more. When you go back on Saturday and order some more and order some fabric or whatever else you order, go ahead and click the Pick Up In Store button for two reasons. One is it will not charge you shipping again. And two, we'll recognize your name and know that, oh, you're from Mississippi. That's okay. We're going to connect those. We might still have Deb give you a quick little call before we ship that. And make sure everything's on there. Let us know, hey, wait until to ship this until Monday so I can shop the weekend, or hey, send this now. Put whatever you want in those notes. Otherwise, we'll have Deb give you a quick call before we send anything, making sure they're actually ready for us to ship your 2 orders together or whatever.
Perfect.
So,
all right. So the other thing that's going to happen is if you select at least 2 of our favorite things, then we have a little present for you.
Cool.
So we're putting together little presents, little things. We have a bunch of, they'll all be different because we have a big basket full of stuff. So we're going to put it in there, and you'll know it's a present because we'll attach a little business card to it. So you won't think, wait, I didn't order that. No, you did not. It was a present. Because we know that a lot of these things, if you sew a lot, you probably already have them. And then the other thing too is there was 2 people who ordered last night, and I noticed that they picked 2 of the things we were talking about this morning. We're already we're putting a gift in there because you know,
why not?
Yeah, we don't want you to feel like I should have
Missed.
waited.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than that. So anyway, all right. So I think we're good. I think we've got everything here. So sorry for the sound debacle. We're going to try to figure that out because then tomorrow morning.
You'll see us for the quick little, what's your code? And then you'll see us
Friday
10
morning.
a.m. on Friday.
We do have some boxes to open. When do you want to do that?
We can do it first thing Friday morning.
Before the Tanner thing?
Before
we can
the
do that.
Tanner thing.
Okay, so we're going to open boxes at 8:30.
At 8:30 still. We'll do all of that. We'll have all that running. And then be sure to check us out at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Get some cool stuff. Do a fundraiser.
All right, guys. Okay, we're not going to keep you.
See you later.
See you later. Thank you. Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.